Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, we're gonna do something a little different today. I'm gonna show you guys my spreadsheet of where I keep track of my option plays. This is gonna be for the $100,000 challenge. As you can see, we started here with $1,500, and this money is from previous option plays that I made last year through FCell, and so we're playing with house money right now. The $1,500, I want to be able to grow it to however much I can for this $100,000 challenge. And so there's different weeks. As you can see, each box allocates for the week that I have written options for. And so initially, we'll just go through them week by week. Initially, I started off going off to the left there, just writing call debit spreads for SPY and all other things like QQQ, TNA, and WNT. As you can see, HM just stands for house money. I don't know why I left that there, but all of this is actually house money. But basically, the first week that we started on was the 17th of February, and we actually lost money, or we gained money, but we lost money. So we only gained about $73 there. And what I've learned from this first week was that call debit spreads only work if you time it perfectly. So you can't really do it while the market is going up. Well, you can do it, but you got to have large amounts of sums to actually be able to gain a lot more from it. So as you can see, on the red there, we are at a loss of, well, I'm at a loss of 453, and the total gains 526. So that actually equal to just a gain of $73, which is terrible, not what I'm looking for. But this was the first week before the volatility started happening in the market. And this was kind of unexpected for my end because I didn't know how to kind of maneuver around it yet. But the next week, I decided to put credit spreads to see if that will make it a lot better. It's the opposite of call debit spreads, to see if I can gain a lot more. And it turns out, the market was very volatile, and the market kept going up and up and up, and it wasn't really going down much at all. And this was the beginning of the week where it kind of went down from the previous week, but it also went up already, so I didn't really catch the wave. And all of my calls were really, all of my put options were really like terrible, and I didn't really account for certain volatility in the market yet. But it's a loss of $500. That's a hefty one in terms of starting at just 1,500. So the next week, so this is the March 5th. That's that week. This is the third week of doing option calls for this account in terms of the $100,000 challenge that we're doing. This is more, like, this is more mixed. And so we have call options, we have put options. It's both buy and sell. And it's not really day trading because I decided to buy the dips. So each time that the price of SPY, which is what I've been trading all along here, each time the price of SPY goes all the way down and then bottoms out I would buy call options at that certain price and then wait for it to ride back up again, either the next day or the day after. So that's how I was able to actually gain that much here. The only reason why I lost like this amount of money, or the $325, was because I was careless on the first one that I wrote, and then the Apple call was just unnecessary for me to do. But I ended up still doing it because I thought that Apple was gonna have another successful day the day that week. But it turns out Apple did not have a recovery at all, so it just kept the market just kept going down because the price or the interest rates of bonds went up, and so the big corporations kept selling their shares, or they got kicked out because of their stop loss order. And so that's the reason why the stock price of Apple actually keeps tanking, because the big corporations have those stop loss orders in play, because they don't want to lose the money that they already gained from it, just to protect themselves from certain volatility. So that being said, I was able to take advantage of this dip. Since I'm trading SPY, it kind of keeps track of a lot of big corporations or big companies. And so, if a certain company goes up or a certain company goes down within the basket of stocks, we're still going to be safe in terms of the price point of SPY, because it's an ETF. The price of this is very predictable in terms of where it lands, of where it's going to go and where it's going to dip. And so that's the third week. We gained about $674. Total gain was $9.99. Total loss of $3.25, which was unnecessary for me. I got a little bit greedy there, but we got a gain of $600 for that week. And then this week, we some of the dates here are kind of crosses over from next week. But as you can see, it's still the same ETF. It's still the same strategy that I've been doing, and just buying the dip. And I didn't write the total price yet, but I believe it's around $600 to $700, including the one for next week that I've gotten ahead and bought and sold, because prices are just very unpredictable right now. If it's up, then I'll go ahead and sell it. Made about $150 on that last play right there. Expires on March 17th. And so, as you can see, I still have one more that I didn't fill in yet, which is the SPY call of 384. I have one contract, and that's the collateral is just how much I paid for the option itself, and the sold loss and sold profits is how much I sold it for. So if I sold it at a loss, I'd write the total here, and if I sold it for a gain, I would write the total here. And then that just makes it easier for myself when I add it on the spreadsheet. But as you can see, it's about let's see, let's try to add this up in my head. About 200, so that's 600. Yeah, I would say give or take seven, closer to $800 with including this. So, we are gonna keep this going. Every week I'm gonna go through this portfolio or this spreadsheet, just so I can show everyone my plays in terms of how much I've gained for the week and how much I've lost for the week, and how much I've started, and how much, how many plays that I've written within a certain week. So this is my spreadsheet that I will be keep track. This is going to be my main spreadsheet for the $100,000 challenge, and we'll see how how much gains we can make, and basically grow this $1,500 into a lot more than $1,500. I don't want to say a number because then that's just, you know, that's just putting a number on how much we can actually gain when we can probably do a lot more than that. And I don't want to say anything too big because then we're going to be limiting ourselves in terms of, like restricting ourselves in terms of how much we're going to be playing, like putting in money versus how much we're going to be losing. And so there's a lot of, I would say, pressure for me to do, like to actually put in a particular goal. That's why I always aim for like a certain number, like let's say $100,000 challenge. Like that's the reason why I made up this $100,000 challenge in the first place, because I know that if that number is attainable, then in the long term it's going to happen, but it's not going to happen like next week or the week after. So I don't want to put a goal on that certain thing yet. I want to keep going with what the long-term goal is. So this just keeps track of it, and obviously we can keep track of how much we've gained and lost here. And if you really want to put a number into it, then it looks like I'll be making around $500 to $800 every week. So if you really want to put a number to it, with that being said, I hope that this is helpful to you guys. And it's very helpful for me because then I would have something to look at in the future, and just to look back at my progress and how much I've actually grown this account. And it's good to look at numbers and how much you're going to be paying in terms of taxes for the next year, and or how much you gained and or how much you lost. So this is just like keeping track of everything, and also for entertainment purposes. With that being said, I hope you guys have a great Monday and happy trading.